Okay, we're at the front of the house, and that drip edge is not lapped a minimum of 2 inches. I'm gonna come over here. And I get this, okay? These are the brick ties. And we only install them so high until we need the scaffolding to come in, and then we're going to install some more. I like seeing them all the way up, but it doesn't happen very often. It kind of is what it is. Now, going around the perimeter of the house, this flashing, okay, it's mud sill flashing, so it protects the mud sill. I have seen 2 layers of it. One layer over the thermosheet, okay, call it whatever, the RMAX, the continuous insulation for optimum energy efficiency. So there's 2 layers of this. I've seen that before, but I haven't seen it very often. I'm not going to say it's wrong either way, but what I will say is this zip system, if you read the instructions, it says roll the tape. Roll the tape. Okay? Now look at that. It doesn't say stick the tape. It doesn't say that. When you take the rollers and you apply them with the proper amount of pressure, evenly, okay, that creates a lot of pressure. Pressure and temperature are related, causes a lot of heat, and causes the material to bond to the insulated panels. And if you don't use the roller properly, it doesn't bond properly. See? That's not bonding properly. Now we come along, our instructions say that we're supposed to put the tape on all of our seams and butt ends and butt joints. Okay? I get that. And it looks like we haven't gone very far, but so far so good. When we're coming over here and we're over stapling, you can just go on any instruction video by any one of these manufacturers. Just go on YouTube and look up RMAX thermosheet installation, and they'll say that you're supposed to tape these. It's not what I'm saying, it's what they say. What supersedes code? Manufacturer's installation instructions. Oh, okay. Moving on along. These are main sewer cleanouts. We got a trash bin. We've got a porta potty. We're supposed to have those, and we got them. Okay. We're also supposed to have blueprints. Yeah, we are. A lot of times we hide them in here. So let's just see. It looks like you can see through that, right? Looks like you can see through that. But there's tape on it. Do not remove. KC services, important information. No gaps. And I am not seeing building drawings. I guess we're just going by memory. Roll the tape. Think they generated enough heat for that to stick? I don't. This is the garage south interior wall. This is the main water shutoff. That's off. I just turned off all the water to the house. I found it on. I'm leaving it like I found it. Roll the tape. Okay. Coming along, you think they rolled that joint? Look at the way that's just flying off in there. It's a drum. Yeah, kind of fun. Like I said, double clean outs. Oh. This is not a cap. What if somebody threw a beer bottle in there? You'd never see that on a construction site. No, our plumbing pipes. That doesn't seem that. I thought they might have taped it. It looked like they started to tape it up. The cleanouts had not been sealed. Roll the tape. Now underneath the windows, this is supposed to be loose. This is not a problem. I can't do every staple. I told the builder I wouldn't. I explained to him. I said, look, I think it's Brandon. I said, I can't do every single, or maybe it was Brandon's supervisor. I said, I can't do every single example, you know. I'm going to do representative samples. And I told him, I said, and I'm going to use pink tape. Okay. Are you covering it up? No, you're not covering it up. Look at that. I'm short, so there's a bunch of stuff over my head. It's pretty easy. I'm just going to recommend. I mean, I say easy. I don't want to make my job seem too easy. There's our grounding. Okay, that's where our ground's going to go. Is that tape rolled? Doesn't look rolled to me. That really probably should have been a patch, because we have lost. And here's a good example. Okay. They went ahead and put tape where the skin was compromised. They did that. They didn't roll it. If they bothered to put tape there, they just didn't bother to put tape hardly any place else. Now on our refrigerant piping coming here, we're expecting to see an electric receptacle. Okay, it's going to be over there. I really don't like the way they sealed these pipes, but they did seal them, I'm guessing. No, we didn't seal them. It's open. Look at that. Okay? Can you see that? See how this has a little end on it? So you can pull a vacuum. Look at that. Okay, so that means air can get in. Come on. What's in air? Moisture, humidity. So we've allowed moisture and humidity and moisture, air vapor, water vapor to get into this piping. You know what happens when it mixes with refrigerant? It turns into acid inside of your system. So these runs have been contaminated. Those runs have been contaminated. They're going to, It'll run. They'll hook it up. You'll move in. And, oh man, it's cold. Yeah, it's cold. It'll be cold for a day. It'll be cold for a week. It'll be cold for a year. But this equipment's engineered on paper to last 20 years. It might last 30. Okay, Las Vegas is going to give you 14. But you got to open refrigerant pipe right there. Okay, now it's a 5-year system, maybe a 1-year system. Okay. No bueno. Okay. We're going along. We're on the west side. This is where our water heaters are. I wanted to see something else too. Where did you go? It'll show up. Oh, it's here. These are our water heaters. Does this tape look like it was rolled to you? Does that tape look like it was rolled? Doesn't look like they're doing very good rolling jobs there. See how the tape's rolled right there on the corners and stuff? Doesn't look like it's rolled very well at all. When you come up here over this window way up yonder, you're going to see 2 pipes coming out of the soffit. Those are your emergency drains, your secondary drains for your evaporator coil. They're supposed to drain over a window, so if you look out that window and you see water coming down, you know you got a problem. We're going to have 2 tankless water heaters here. And I could quit spraying, they'd get the idea. They already got the idea, but if I quit spraying on any corner, on any wall, they're going to be like, well, you didn't know. We need another set of hands and another set of eyes with a diligent roller technique to go around the envelope of the structure. You remember when I was at the front porch and I was looking underneath the shingles, I was looking for drip edge flashing? Excuse me, for the underlayment to go over the drip edge flashing? Well, when I come back, I'm going to be looking under these corners. So if it was done right, we don't have to worry. But if it wasn't done right, now would be a good time to get a hold of it. Yeah. Moving along. Think that was rolled on? The roller causes the heat. In fact, what are we looking at here? We're looking at a broken flame.